Hello and welcome to another lesson in our VBA programming. In our previous lessons, we completed with our second project, and in this lessons, we're going to learn how to create another powerful application that is bulk files converter. Okay, an application that's going to allow us to convert files from Word to PDF, from PDF to Word, from PDF to Excel, and then the vice versa, and all that. Okay. It's going to be very simple, straightforward, and for now, let's see how this amazing application actually works. Now, let me just launch it from this end here. I have it here. So once I launch it, it says what? Welcome to file converter. Supposing I would want to convert from what? Excel to PDF, then I go for this. And then on this interface, I'll just convert from Excel to PDF. Okay. Supposing I would want to convert from Word to PDF, I'll just click on this and I'll convert from Word to PDF. Okay. Supposing I want to convert from PDF to Word, click on this and then I'll convert from PDF to what? Word. Okay. But in this lesson, we're going to use this to demonstrate. We're going to convert from what? Word to PDF. So we go for this. Okay. I already have my folder on the desktop where I have my Word files stored in. So what I need to do is just to create another folder here, and then where the PDF files will be stored in. So I'll just name it PDF files. Okay, like that. So I have my Word files here inside here, and then after the conversion, I will have my PDF files here. Now, ideally, if you would want to convert from PDF to Word, you would have to launch this particular file and then convert it and come to this one after the other. But this application is making it very simple for us. Even if it is thousands of files that we have here, we can just convert them with just a click of a mouse. Now let's see how that works. So on launching the application, I'll just click on this. Click on this to browse and get my Word files folder, because I'm converting from Word to PDF. It says what? Input files, Word files, Word folder path. So I'll just browse and locate my Words folder where the Word files are stored in. So go to the desktop and locate the Word files. Let me just check for that. So this is it. I'll select it and then I have it here, Word files. You can see the directory. Then here I would have to browse and get out of the output where the PDF files after conversion will be stored in. I browse for this, and then on the desktop I'll locate PDF files. This is the folder here. Then I click on, then I have the folder directory here. So once I'm done with it, I'll just click on convert. It says convert Excel to PDF. It should be convert Word to PDF. Just a mistakes in typing here. Okay, so you can see it's converting. So now it says what? Process completed. It's done conversion. I just close this and then just minimize this. Now if I should come to my PDF folder here, you can see that I have all the files from Word to PDF. You can see these ones here. These are the Word files and these are the PDF files. So you can see, even if it is 1,000 files, I've just done converting them just like that. You can see it's going to be very nice and powerful applications. Okay, now if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe, press the bell icon so that you can receive notifications anytime we upload new tutorials. Okay, now let's quickly delve right into today's lessons. Thank you. Hello and welcome to another lesson in our VBA training, and in this lesson we're going to deal with the third project, and that is another automation which is all about file converter, where we'll be dealing with how to convert multiple files from one file type to another, maybe from Excel to PDF, from PDF to Word, from Word to PDF, and all that, right? Okay, now let's dive right into that. Let me just demonstrate how it works. But this here is the catch. Okay, right now, let me just try creating a sample Word file. Okay, yes, for some demonstration purposes before we move on. Let me just name it tests or whatever, test one. Perfect. Now, if I have a text here and I would want to convert it to PDF, it's very easy, right? Let's say something like this. Let me give it 10. 10, okay. Then I have this text here. Good. So if I want to convert this to PDF, it's very easy, isn't it? You can just go to this file and then go to save as. You choose desktop, the destination, then you go here and choose PDF. Then you can decide to change the name or you maintain the name. You click on save, right? Perfect. and then there you go, having a file here which is converted to PDF, right? You can see that very easy. Now, why is there the need for us to create something like this again if we can do this? Fine, here is the catch. What if you have files like this, maybe 10, 20, or 50 or 100 of those files, okay, and you would want to convert them to PDF? Do you have to do what I've just done step by step? Each file, you go through the same process? Can't you see it's a bit stressful and time consuming? That is what we want to automate. So what is going to happen is this: we can have all these files, maybe 10 of these files or thousands or whatever number of them in one folder. We would want to convert them from Word to PDF, right? So what we just do is we just the click of a mouse, it will convert all those files from Word to PDF and store the PDF files in a different folder of our choice. That is how the program is going to be. Can see it's a very cool and straightforward program. So let's dive right into it. First of all, we need to see how the program works before we go ahead and then do what we are supposed to do. Okay, like, let me just keep this one here for now. Okay, let me just launch it from here. I already have it for a converter. This is it. Perfect. So there we go here. Okay. Good. So here you can see we click on this, we can convert from Excel to PDF. Click on this, we can convert from Word to PDF. Click on this, we can convert from PDF to Word. Basically, that is that. So let's just try converting from Excel to PDF first. So we click on this. So there we go. Here, what is going to happen is this. Let's look at. I've already created some Excel files here. Okay, 4 Excel files here. We would want to convert them from Excel to PDF first of all. That is that, right? So let's just assume that this is the output folder. We want all those PDF files that we're going to be converting from Excel to be stored in this folder. So this is our input folder. This is our output folder. So let's just go and import them into the program and then go ahead and click this button and then have them converted. So you can see inside this folder, we have nothing, right? Zero. So we're going to convert whatever it's in here, Excel files, to PDF. So let's do that. So you just have to click on browse. So here we go for our Excel files. Okay, Excel files. Check from here. This is it. Just click on the folder and then you have the file path in here. Then we go for our output. That is the PDF files. Where we want the PDF files that are converted to be stored in. So this is the folder PDF files here. You can see it's empty. So you just click that. So once you are done, you click on convert to Excel. So you watch, you can see the progress bar here, 4 out of 4. It says what? Process completed. Within some few seconds, we are done. So once you open this, you should have all the 4 files here converted right away. So you can see how simple and then straightforward it is. So that is how it's going to be. All of them are going to go through the same process. I wouldn't want to prolong this. So after designing the system, you're all going to see how it's going to work. So you can see I have this here. Test one, test. So you just open it and let's see how it is, how it looks like. You can see them, we have them. If you have multiple sheets, all will be converted. So a sheet is going to be converted as a page. So you can see this one page, this is another page. So let me just open the Excel file for you to see what is inside. Okay. This is what I have in the Excel file. On the first sheet, I have this, and then the second sheet, I have this. Okay, so that is what has just been converted straightforward on that particular sheet. So that is that. So you can just close this, and then maybe you would want to convert from Word to PDF. To you come here, you follow the same process. You would want to convert from PDF to Word, the same thing. You do that. So that is, and no matter the number of files you have, let me just save this for now. Go to close this. No matter the number of files you have in a folder that you would want to convert, with just a click of a mouse, you get that done without any problem, without any stress, right? So let's go ahead and see how we can do all that. Now, first of all, we need to, I already have some icons here we shall be using. Okay, so we don't need to bother ourselves. I'll be leaving this on the Telegram for you guys to use. So that is that. So let me just um, close this for now. Let me create a folder for the new project. Okay, and name it project 3. Perfect. We have that as well. So inside here, Just right click, just create a new file, Excel file. Yeah. So you can name it file converter. Just double press to launch it. So we just need to save it as a macro, enable workbook save as project 3. Just click from here, macro enable workbook, then we save it from there. Perfect. So you can close this and then delete this one. There we have this. Perfect. So now we need this as our home page, right? So you can just name it home. Perfect. You can give it any color of your choice. Just go ahead and just pick this color. So I would want to first of all deal with the home page, right? Let me just straightforward do that. Okay. So let's go ahead and then check on this. This will be okay for me. Okay. Let me just perfect. This looks good. Let me just hide the rest of the shifts, and then that is control shift and then down arrow to select all this. Right click and then you hide them. So we move on to this direction here. Here as well, the same thing is going to happen here. You just click on this control shift right arrow, right click, then you hide. So we have this, and then perfect. So there we go. So here you can have something like file converter. Perfect. And just select this this, and then merge and center it, then format it appropriately. Just want to make it bigger. Perfect. We would want to give it a unique color. The text color should be something unique like this. We want to format this, so right click and go to format cells. We want to go to borders, then we choose this, we give it top down, then we go for this, and then side and side. Perfect. Click on this. So we have this nice looking stuff here. So here you can just select this as well. We go ahead and give it a unique color as well. You can just give it some nice background color like this here. This looks okay. So here we need some buttons here and all this stuff. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and insert some. Okay, let's get our buttons first. So we go to insert with shapes. So we go for this button here, okay, and we just drag this way. Perfect. And leave it like this. Just have to format it appropriately. Think the black color will be ideal in here. It's not bad. So just let's just look for shape effect, and then I think we give it something like something with the shadow stuffs here. I think this looks okay. This is not bad, right? Okay. So let's just right click on this and then we go to edit text. So first of all, we need to go with converting from Excel to PDF, right? So you say convert Excel to PDF. Perfect. So we have that. So control D. So we have this one here and another one here. Perfect. So this looks okay. So here we're going to deal with converting from Word to PDF right here. Converting from Word PDF, and then here PDF to Word. Okay. Convert PDF to Word perfectly. So you can just okay. I should have done all this earlier before formatting this. So times new rows. Let me maintain it the way it is. I don't want to stress myself in here. So just would want to bold this and then center it perfectly. This one to hold the same thing. Yeah. So I bold it and then center it perfectly. Here we go, the same thing here. Perfect, and then bold it as well. So perfect, we are good to go. Now the next thing we need to do is just to import some icons and then give it some finish touches here. There we go. Perfect. That's okay. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we go to insert, go to pictures, we browse on our desktop and then locate file converter, then icons folder, then we select this. Press and hold control, select this, select this, select this, and that's, then you click on insert. So you have all of them in here at a go. So you can do with them one after the other. So let's have this one first. Just squeeze it where we want it and leave it here. Take this one as well. Call it squeeze it where we want it. And so squeeze it like this. Perfect. We have this one as well. I call it squeeze it the way we want it. And finally this one. This one we can leave it here. That looks okay. Perfect. Can just squeeze it a bit. That looks good. And then this one as well. There we go. Sorry. Now we can have this here. Excel to PDF. So we have this. And we have that here. Then here we have this and that. That is Word to PDF. Control D. And just drag this here. And have the word file here as well. Perfect. And then here we have from PDF to Word. Just select this, select that, Control D, and drag this here straight forward. And we then exchange the positions from this one to that one. There we go. Perfect. I think this looks okay. So you can save our work now. And that's all for now. So the next thing we're going to do is just to go ahead and then now we need some references that we can add to our Excel workbook so that the conversion can take effect. And that is one of them is the Microsoft scripting runtime as well as the Microsoft. Then depending upon the version of the office you are using, then we deal with the object library as well. So to do that, to enable those things, we just go to developer, then we go to Visual Basic. Then here we come to tools. I've already enabled mine. Then you come to references. Okay, so here you should see this. We have Microsoft Office Library, which is enabled. Okay, the second one I need is Microsoft Scripting Runtime. Okay, let me just locate them here. Microsoft Scripting Runtime. So we just select inside and go to M. Okay, let's look at Microsoft Scripting Runtime. Microsoft Scripting Runtime. Microsoft Scripting. This is it. Make sure this is selected and then you click on OK. Microsoft scripting runtime. That's the first one. If you go to the tools again, go to references. The second one is the Microsoft Word object library. So let's locate that one as well. So click inside and press M, Microsoft Word object library, Microsoft Word. So let's locate that Microsoft Word, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Word. Okay, this is it, Microsoft Word. Then my version is 16.0. Depending upon the version of Office you are using, this will be different. So you just go ahead and select this Microsoft Word 16.0 object library. So you click on OK. So we are done. So with this, we are good to go. We can minimize this for now. Now the next thing we need to do is to create another sheet here. So with this sheet, go to name it Excel to PDF, right? To PDF, perfect. So you can just give it any color you want. That color we want to maybe give it this color. That's okay. That's Excel to PDF. Okay, so now we're going to just deal with some designing stuffs here for that. So let's just go ahead and select this swirl up to some level here. It's okay. And then go ahead, let's go to the home tab and give it another white background color here. So as usual, I'm going to hide the rest of the cells here. So Control Shift down arrow, right click and then hide. Then we move here. Control Shift right arrow, right click, then you hide. Perfect. So we have this as well. So we are good to go. So at the top here, so you have something like convert files from Excel to PDF, right? You can just do that. So we see. Can we start it from okay? Here it's okay. So convert files from Excel to PDF. Perfect. As Excel to PDF. So you just go ahead and select this up to that. Then you can just merge it and center, give it a font. So Comic Sans. Prefer this font here. We would want to bold it and then increase the font size. Okay, perfect. So that's all. So we can leave this one the way it is. So here we just go ahead and deal with some designing stuff here. But before we do that, let's just increase this particular column a bit and then open this one up a bit here like this. Okay, now let's select this one up to this level and merge it. Okay, go up to this and let's merge it and center it. Perfect. So select this and make sure this one as well is selected. Let's go to format. Okay, just right click this, go to format cells, go to borders, and we would want to give it this dotted lines, and the color of this should be this deep blue here. We want to give all this stuff here. Okay, or we should go for this one rather. Yes. So click on okay, so we have this, right, this and that. So you can just select this, Control C, then Control V. So we have the same thing here. Perfect. We need that. So we can just, or let me just undo my action for now. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, let me redo it so that I have this one. Let me expand it a bit. Open before I copy it and paste it. Okay, this looks good. So Control C. Let me increase this one a bit, open it a bit. Yeah, this is okay now. So here, let me just enter this Excel folder path here. That is where we'll be taking Excel folder path. Perfect. Then we can just here we would want to increase this one a bit, right? Okay, this should be open order. And then here you can just and just merge this and then center it like this. Merge and center this here. So we have this selected. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. So we want to maintain the source column width, right? So perfect. So we have that as well. So that's that. That looks okay. I think here we can just open up this one to a bit match up with this. Okay. So here we have, since we are converting from Excel to PDF, we have here PDF folder path. That is the output. PDF folder path. So here becomes input files. Okay, input. Sorry. Here becomes input files, and here becomes output files. So select this, and then justify it, right? Okay, so right, just perfect. So I think everything is now taking shape. So we have the input files here, the files we would want to convert, and the output ones will be here. That is the folder path where all the files are in. Okay, because what the idea is that we would want to look through all the files in that particular folder, which we've taken there, the path into this particular range, and then we convert it straight to whatever folder path that is here, and then everything is going to be converted inside this folder. Now we need two buttons here for browsing and then locating the folders in question. Okay, so let's do that here. Go to insert, go to shapes, and we have this. Okay, this looks okay. I would want to just give it this deep color, black one. Then this looks okay. Then I'll just right click and then edit text. I'll go for browse. Okay, so I'd want to format it appropriately before creating a copy of it. Okay. Times New Roman. We want to center it and then make it look okay like this. And Control D, we have the second one here. Okay, let me just select this one as well. Perfect. So I think everything now looks good and perfect. And go ahead and Control S to save our work. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we just need this two files here, that is Excel file here, and then so let's just go ahead and insert some files icons here. So we need this. Since we're converting from Excel to PDF, and press and hold Control, select this and this as well, and go to insert, right? So we have this inside. So we can just decrease this. Okay. So from Excel, take this, minimize it, minimize this, minimize this, minimize that, and then we count this one, minimize this. Perfect. This looks okay. So now this shows that we are converting from Excel to PDF. Perfect. And this looks okay perfectly. So Control S to save work always. Now the next thing we're going to look at is just the button here, which is going to hold our macros for conversion. So we'll go to insert. So just or you can just select this Control D. Sorry, select this Control D. Perfect. So you can use this one as well for that. Just make it like this and give it a different color here. We go to formats here. I think give it something like this blue here. Okay. So what we need to do right now is just say convert Excel to PDF, just to type that. convert Excel to PDF. Perfect. PDF. Have that here. Perfect. This looks okay. So now the only thing we're going to do right now is this, since we need additional ones for conversion from PDF to Word and then Word to PDF, we are going to need the same interface. So we're going to create copies of this particular sheet and then do the necessary editing, right? So let's do that right away. So we just press and hold Control on the keyboard whilst you drag and leave it here. So this one becomes that is a Word to PDF. Okay, the second one is going to be let's just make it a Word to PDF, right? So it's a Word to PDF or PDF to Word. Let's do it that way. PDF to Word. Perfect. So here we go with that. Then we create a copy of this one as well. Control and then drag this over this. Then here we have Word to PDF. Perfect. So it should have a different color. This one as well, different color. Perfect. So we can edit this since this is PDF to Word. So just right click, go to change picture, file, choose PDF, select it. Here, right click, change picture, file, choose Word, PDF to Word. Okay. So here we have PDF folder path. We indicate that's very important. This guides the user of a program. And here we have Word folder path. Perfect. Then here we say what converts PDF. Sorry, convert PDF to Word. Convert PDF to Word. Perfect. That is that. PDF to Word, and then that is that. Perfect. Everything is working. Cover this one as well. So the next one, since we are going to deal with Word to PDF, just right click this, change picture, go to file, Word. So you choose Word, insert, click right click, change picture, file. That is Word to PDF. You maintain this one the way it is. So you say what this is a Word folder path and this is PDF folder path. So change this one as well. Say what Word to PDF. Perfect. Everything has now taken its shape perfectly. Now the next thing we're going to do is just to write a very simple macros, and then that is the macro that will enable us to click on this button, then we'll browse and locate the Word path folder from here. Okay, we're going to start from here, from this one, Excel to PDF first, so that we can create copies and then edit it for the rest of the buttons. So we're going to deal with this one first. So we're going to write a simple macro which will enable us to browse through our system and then locate the folder which holds the Excel files. That will be converting to PDF. And then after that, we click on this one as well to locate another folder that is going to hold the PDF files that are going to be converted. Okay, that are going to be converted into. So that is how it's going to be. So we're going to write that macro straightforward from here. So to do that, we just go to developer tab, then go to Visual Basic, then go to insert module. Okay, so module. So we're going to name it like folder path. Okay, let's say folder. Okay, let's say browse path. Okay, let's name it like that, browse path. Perfect. So browse path, just double click it, then we have our sub procedure from here. We say sub, we give it name get folder path, and then as usual. Okay, so here we're going to dimension some few variables. So say dim get path as string, this particular variable get path is going to be holding the path of the folder that we're going to be taking from, okay, that we're going to be converting the files from. That is what is going to happen there. So what we're going to do is this: we have an application we call file dialog uh, pick file dialog folder picker. That is what will enable us to pick a folder from a file dialog. Okay, so to do that, it is inside this VBA application. So that is Excel application. So it is one of the methods. So we say with application dot file dialog, okay, and we tab it over into brackets. So here, since we're going to be picking a folder and not a file, say MSO folder. You can see we have file picker and then folder picker. If you want to pick a file, you choose file picker. You want to pick a folder, choose a folder picker. Okay, so we close this bracket. Then we have end with here. Anytime you have with, you also have end with. We want something to happen. So what do you want to happen? So use if statement. Say if dot show. I'll explain that. Dot show is not equal to 0, then and if. Okay, let me just perfect here. What is going to happen is this: after the file dialog box open, and then we decide to pick one folder, which means that the dialog box is not equal to 0, meaning why one item should be selected at that moment. That is, one folder should be selected. So that is what we are talking about. If that happens, then we want to just pick that folder path and then store it inside the get path function, variable here. So we say what to do that. We say what get path is equal to dot selected item. Okay, the item we're going to be selected, which is just one item. So we select it, and then the path of that folder, then we store it inside this get path variable. So after that, we would want to then go ahead and make sure that this path that is going to be stored inside here is now brought here. So once we click on this, we want to have that file path here. Are you getting that? That is, the range is H11, and the second one is what? H12. Let's take note of the ranges. H11, first one. Okay. So to do that, we say what? After that, inside the worksheet, we would want to move the file path now. So we say worksheet. Okay, sorry. Worksheets into bracket the name of the file or of the sheet in question, that is the Excel to PDF, right? So we take note of that. We have it Excel to PDF, then close this. Okay, Excel to PDF dot range. Sorry. Inside that particular sheet, there is a particular range, and that is what the H11 range. That is where we want the folder path to be. H11. Okay. Dots value. The value there should be equal to whatever is stored inside this get folder path. That is, after selecting the folder, the path of that folder is going to be stored in here. It's equal to what? Get path. Perfect. So once that happens, we have no problem. So everything is going to be done and it's going to be simple. So let's save this, and right now we go back there and check and see what's going to happen. So we have the name of the sub procedure, which is what? Get folder path. So let's go there and assign it to this button. Sorry, let me just minimize this. So we just right click on this one, go to assign macro, then you choose get folder path, then you click on this. Now once I click, now I want to pick a folder which holds my Excel files that I'll be converting. When I click on this dialog box open, then I go to this particular desktop. That is depending upon where your folder is. Then I'll select this, then I'll click on OK. So you can see that the folder path is here. Okay, so perfect. That is that. Let me just do it with it for now. So now we need exactly the same thing for this. Now what we just have to do is it's on the same sheet. So we're just going to be editing this one, that the range is what? H12, and then we have that given to this particular button again. So let's just go there and then do that. So all we are going to do is just to copy this, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. So we're going to change this to H12. Perfect. So we save this. Now we're going to change the name to what? B. Okay, this one should be what? Get folder path A. That is the first one. and the second one is B. Second button is B. Okay, so that is that. I'll be reassigning this one again. So let me just right click this one. Since I've changed the macro's name, assign macro to A for this one, and then this one to takes assign macro. This one takes B. Perfect. So if I should go for this Excel files, select, then go for this. I need my PDF files. Go for this and select. So I have this one as well here. So perfect. That is, everything is working. So now we need the same thing for this one as well as this one. Since you've already written the macro, that is one cool sweet thing about programming. Once you write a particular function or sub procedure, you can use it multiple times. You just copy and edit it to suit what you want to use it for. Then you'll be good to go. You don't have to write it from scratch all over again. So let's go ahead and do that. So this one, we're going to copy this. We're going to change them to C and D. Okay, so Control C to copy. Then we come down here, Control V to paste. So this one becomes C, and this one becomes D. Now, this one, C and D, are going to be on a different worksheet. That is PDF to Word. Okay, so we go ahead and edit that. So instead of Excel to PDF, we have PDF to Word. So here we have PDF to Word, and then here as well, PDF to Word, PDF to Word. Good. As for the ranges, they remain the same because we just copied and paste, okay, the sheet. So let's go ahead and then name that as well. So let's just okay, minimize this, and we come to this one. So we are dealing with this one now. Right click on this, you go to assign macro, so you go for the C, then right click this one, then you go for the D. Perfect. So you click on this. Now we need the PDF files as our output, and then the second one, the input, we need the Word files. Do I have something here? Let me just use this one. So we have that as well here. So perfect. Everything is working from here to, so we can just go ahead and save this one as well. Now the last one, we have Word to PDF. Perfect. Word to PDF. So let's just go ahead and do that quickly, then we are good to go. Word to PDF. So let's minimize this. So we're going to copy this C and D and then change it to what? E and F, sorry. C and D. Control C to copy this, then come here. Control V to paste. So C, D, E and F. So E, this becomes E, and this becomes F. Perfect. So now, which sheet are we going to do that on? It's going to be Word to PDF. So we go ahead and edit the sheet. Word to PDF. So we have this Word to PDF. Here we have Word to PDF. Perfect. Control S to save. With the ranges, they remain the same because we copied the sheet. We just created a copies of those particular sheets. So that is why we are not editing the ranges as well. So we leave it like that. So we go ahead and then assign that as well to this one. So just right click on this, you would assign macro. Please, if you fail to do the editing, well, you wouldn't get it. So we have this E, then this one as well, right click, assign macro, and finally you have the F. So right now I click on this, I need the output folder for Word. Okay, so let me go for this. It should be here. Perfect. Then I need the second one for PDF. So PDFs have this perfectly, and everything is working without any problem, without any stress. So following these easy tutorials, you should be able to get up to this level without any problem. So I think we have gone we've done a lot. So we'll end this tutorial here, so that in our next tutorial we're going to write another macro for conversion. So we're just going to click on this, and then it goes ahead and then do the conversion for us. So till our next lesson, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.